Here we go. Another conspiracy theory that is now confirmed a conspiracy fact. Jeffrey Epstein wasn't just some financier who was into young women. No, he was, in fact, an Israeli asset, and we now have the documents to prove it. From Dropsite News, shout out to them for breaking this. They say that an Israeli spy stayed for weeks at a time with Jeffrey Epstein in Manhattan. Leaked emails show Epstein working on a wire transfer to Ehud Barak's top aide, Yoni Korn, who regularly stayed at his apartment. Quote, an Israeli military intelligence officer, Yoni Korn, stayed at Jeffrey Epstein's Manhattan apartment on at least 3 occasions, including once in February of 2013 while working as a senior aide to then Israeli Minister of Defense, Ehud Barak. Wow. So what was Korn allegedly doing while he was staying at Epstein's apartment? Well, according to leaked emails, the 3 were engaged in some mysterious wire transfers. You can see here a message from Barak to Epstein with Korn's bank account information. Dropsite reports that, quote, Korn was a covert fixer in Washington who enjoyed special access to senior national security figures, including Leon Panetta and his senior advisor, Jeremy Bash. Bash just so happens to be the ex-husband of CNN anchor Dana Bash. So if you are wondering why none of this information ever makes it onto primetime coverage in mainstream media, well, it's maybe because everyone involved is a part of the same club. Continuing on, quote, after Barak's retirement from government, Korn continued to serve as an informal intermediary between the American and Israeli intelligence communities, with Barak acting as his handler. Email records show Barak using Korn as an intermediary to exchange information with Ayman, the Israeli Military Intelligence Directorate. Korn was also active in Epstein and Barak's effort to source cybersecurity startups from the technology research units of Ayman, demonstrating how enmeshed in Israeli spy networks he remained. So the big question to those who still think that this is some kind of crazy conspiracy theory, answer this for us, why don't you? Why was an Israeli intelligence officer using Epstein's Manhattan apartment basically like a safe house? And not only that, Epstein himself was arranging money transfers, lodging, meetings between Israeli and U.S. officials and other foreign officials. Okay, take a look at this. Another set of leaked emails show that Barak arranged a meeting at Epstein's New York mansion for a, quote, overview of the coming days about helping broker a security cooperation between the governments of Israel and Mongolia. Why would the prep for those meetings be taking place at Jeffrey Epstein's mansion? Well, Dropsite reports, quote, in the shadows of Israel's cyber boom was Jeffrey Epstein, who exploited his network of political and financial elites to help Barak and ultimately the Israeli government itself to increase the penetration of Israel's spy tech firms into foreign countries, in this case, Mongolia. Epstein actively supported the Israeli intelligence industry via venture capital investments and contributions to charitable organizations, non-governmental entities that laid the foundation for official Israeli security deal-making. But wait, there is more. Jeffrey Epstein and the Mossad. How the sex trafficker helped Israel build a back channel to Russia amid Syrian civil war. Hacked emails show how Jeffrey Epstein and former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak tried to engineer a Russian-led solution to remove Bashar al-Assad. Quote, together, Barak and Epstein sought to pressure the Obama administration to either intervene directly in the Syrian war or make concessions to the Kremlin in exchange for Assad's graceful exit. In their exchanges, Epstein expressed his frustration at the Obama administration's failure to contain Tehran as the two men searched for opportunities to promote U.S. strikes on Iran. Which country was it that wanted us to bomb Iran again? Anyway, here's that email from Barak to Epstein expressing his gratitude, saying thanks for setting up this whole thing together. So at this point, the question isn't whether Epstein was helping former Israeli PM Ehud Barak. We know he was through all of these emails. The bigger question is, was he doing it as an American citizen on behalf of American interests or as a proxy, an auxiliary for a foreign government? And today, this is good timing. Today, the House committee just released thousands of more documents from the Epstein estate as part of a congressional probe. And in one of these emails, it looks like Jeffrey Epstein and a journalist named Michael Wolff was basically plotting to try to blackmail Trump during his 2016 campaign. From Wolf to Epstein, quote, "I think you should let him hang himself. If he says he hasn't been on the plane or to the house, then that gives you a valuable PR and political currency. You can hang him in a way that potentially generates a positive benefit for you, or if it really looks like he could win, you could save him, generating a debt." Blackmail or not, it's clear over the course of the past 8 or 9 months Trump has been president that he doesn't want to be any part of this story, whether it be the sex trafficking or the covert intelligence ops, none of it. So we should naturally all be asking, what does Trump know and what is he going to do about potentially one of the biggest foreign spy operations in U.S. history?
Trump did not receive or send any of the messages. They largely predate his time as president, and he has not been accused of any criminal wrongdoing in connection with Epstein or Maxwell. The White House is now responding and saying, and I'm quoting now from the White House, the Democrats selectively leaked emails to the liberal media to create a fake narrative to smear President Trump, end quote.
Oh, okay. It's a Democrat hoax. Got it. You know, I'm often asked about the erosion of trust in government and in media, in institutions, and how we can get people to trust them again. Well, it's this. It's opportunities like this. It's accountability. It's putting people behind bars who commit heinous acts against minors and people who commit high treason against the United States of America. That is how we save this country. The silver lining here is that the unprecedented government shutdown is hopefully coming to an end in a couple of days, and the House will be swearing in a new member, and that new member is the final signature needed to force a vote on releasing the Epstein files. My name is James Lee. This is the 5149 Show. Let me know what you think about all of this, the proof that we have that basically confirms a lot of the allegations that Epstein worked on behalf of Israeli intelligence, and also let me know what you think Trump's role in all of this is, if any. Sound off in the comment section below. If you want to support my work, please take a second to like this video, share it, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so yet, hit that notification bell. And as always, thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next one.
Have you ever had a personal relationship with Donald Trump?
What do you mean by personal relationships?
Have you socialized with him?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights, sir.